to my channel. Today I am starting with a piece of watercolor cardstock, and then I'm adding this Picked Raspberry Distress ink onto my watercolor, or my non-stick craft sheet. And then I'm using a water brush and I am just eyeballing some lines on there. I'm creating this background. It's going to be a little bit of plaid, and I'm just doing my own thing. You can definitely change this up, change the pattern you use or the colors. So I just want some thicker lines and some thinner lines. I'm going to go ahead, add another line in there, and I'm also going to be using a couple different mediums, different watercolor mediums, to create this background just because they were the colors that I wanted. So you can definitely pick and choose. You don't have to use just one medium on your project. So I went ahead and turned my cardstock, and then I'm adding another line. This will eventually be a horizontal line, not a vertical line, when it is on my card. And you can also just use a regular paintbrush for this. It doesn't have to be a watercolor brush. You would just add some water onto your paintbrush and then into the distress ink. So next I have some seedless preserves, and then I got a different size watercolor or water brush. This one is a little bit thinner, so it's going to create some small thin lines on my card. And I made sure to go over this a couple times because the purple looked really similar to the pink, so I just went ahead and added some more ink onto there so that it was really dark. So next up, I'm going to use some Zig clean color brushes, and this one is a purple, so I'm just going to eyeball this and add a line. You can see how different that one is from the seedless preserves. It's definitely more of a purple. So since I just went straight onto my cardstock with that, I'm taking my water brush and going right over it. That way it's going to help that ink spread a little bit, and then it's going to have that watercolor look like the rest of the card instead of just being a drawn line on there. Which you can do it either way. You can leave it if you prefer that solid line instead of more of the watercolor look. So I'm just going in and adding a couple lines just so that it looks complete to me. So it's however you want. It's just a fun little technique to use on your background and something different. So again, once I draw that on there, I'm just going back in with my watercolor brush and making that look like it is a watercolored line. So next up, I'm taking this set from Mint Owl Studio. It's called Ice Cream You Scream, and the supplies I'm using and the link to the stamp set will be down below. So I'm stamping this melting ice cream cone with my Tuxedo Black Memento ink. Then I'm just going to do some quick Copic coloring. So I'm going to make this look like vanilla ice cream. So I'm going in with the E31. Just coloring in along the edges. And then, sorry, the first one was E21 and this one is E31. So I'm just adding little bits of darker around the edges. And I'm actually going to be covering these with glitter, so the coloring definitely does not have to be perfect. And then I'm taking my colorless blender and then just blending those images in towards the center. And this is just going to create that kind of shadow along the edges so that it looks more like vanilla ice cream. Then for the cone, I'm using the E23, just coloring in the entire cone with that color. And then I'm going to take the E25 and just create little lines of shadow onto there. And then the last step on this will be to color that cherry red. So for that, I'm using the R21, or 29. So then I went ahead and cut that out, and I'm using my tweezers because I'm going to be covering this with some glue and then adding some distress stickles. This is just the clear stickles, or the glitter. Sorry, not the stickles. You could also use stickles if you don't just have the glitter. I just like this because it's a little bit more chunky and you get more glitter on there than with just regular stickles. So I'm taking my multi-matte medium and covering all of the ice cream pieces on there. Just want to make sure that you have enough glue that that glitter is going to stick. And then I'm going to go ahead and dip this right into my glitter. You can just take a folded piece of computer paper too and pour that onto there, but I'm just going to go right ahead and dip it in there and get it nice and covered. Then you just want to go ahead and tap off any of that extra glitter, and if you really want to lock in your glitter, you can go ahead and put some glossy accents over the top of it. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. I'm just placing my ice cream cone where I want it to go on my card so that I know where to place that sentiment that says melting over you. And I'm stamping that with the Tuxedo Black Memento ink. Then I'm going to go ahead and adhere that onto a dark pink card base. This is just a regular A2 size card, so I went ahead and cut a piece of 8.5 by 11 paper in half, and I'm just going to attach my watercolor piece onto the card base. And then to attach my ice cream cone, I'm going to go ahead and add some 3D foam squares onto there. And I should mention I did not let my glitter dry yet, so I had to do this very carefully when I was adding these foam squares onto there to make sure I didn't get glitter all over. So I'm just going to place that on, and then at my last step I'm going to add a few sequins, and these are some pink metallic sequins. There's two different sizes, so there is a larger and a smaller, but I love the shine and the sparkle on these. So I'm just adding some dots of my glue and then going to place the sequins right down into there. And then that will be my finished Valentine's Day card for today. So I thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification button since I am posting new videos again, and I have my Valentine's Day card series currently going on. And I will see you guys back here next time. Bye everyone!